Everybody, welcome to the You Do You podcast here on YouTube. And yeah, we're streaming across to Twitch as well and Twitter. The Twitter it's going to be Madvillainy with the A's being fours. Gonna eventually get it together and put it up on the screen. Maybe I'll have that ready for the next show. Oh man, it is springtime. The weather is sunny, but it's like a hybrid of spring, winter for at least for down south where I am, southern United States, and because it's slightly cool, and I like it this way. It's sunny and cool, but it's gonna get hot. And matter of fact, I think by next week it's gonna be much warmer than it is right now, and gotta prepare for that. I need to get some new clothes, some clothes to stay cool in. Oh man. Yeah, this is the what do you call it? The initial, the pilot of the You Do You podcast. I'm gonna try to do this every day, Monday through Friday. Just to have it as a regular show. But today we're going to be talking about how dating is linked to prostitution. Prostitution. I'm gonna eventually get some music in here as well. I'm gonna do up some music since I figure out this new equipment I have. So I do have there's some music out right now by MKNFX. It's not on. It should be everywhere, except I don't think it's on YouTube Music yet. I had to go back in and do a separate redistribution of it, so the singles won't be on YouTube Music, but the albums will, and it'll be 4 albums by MKNFX this year, 2022. But I have a single out, MKNFX. It's called "Slide with Me," and the next single will be out next week, Wednesday, April 13th, 2022. Oh, man, yeah, fighting these springtime allergies. Think this is the worst my allergies have been in the past at least in recent years. But you know how it is. Some years it's on. Some years you're on. Some years you're not on. Or not on as well. So that's that. Let me know down in the comments if you have springtime allergies. They're the worst. I think some people have like autumn or fall allergies. Or some people might have both. I think yeah, mostly mine is springtime. Watery eyes. red eyes, runny nose, all that. It's the worst. Yeah, Silent Thriller on YouTube, Silent Thriller on Twitch. Yeah, I got watery eyes right now. Oh man, but yeah, it's about to be springtime, summertime. And pop out the grill and all that. Grill some whatever steaks, vegetables, salmon, fish, whatever you got, whatever you like to grill. And yeah, man. Uh, yeah, eventually we'll get some music on here, at least for the intro and outro. We'll be working on that. Yeah, talking about dating is linked to prostitution. And I got this from our coach Greg Adams did a show on this, and yeah, I thought it was interesting, and I said I'll revisit it as well. I'll put a link in the description box to, if you don't know Coach Greg Adams, he goes in on the dynamics of just pretty much dating and marriage and all that, and it's just undisputed in what he says. But I like this topic, so I'm gonna go or do my rendition of it. And but yeah, on the you do you podcast, it's yeah, it's a self development podcast. So we'll go in on topics that could actually just make you better, and we're gonna learn some things. That's all. Learn some things and let's make you a more knowledgeable individual. Self development, that's something I've done at least all my adult life. And been an adult adult for a long time. But yeah, I remember when growing up, I I never wanted to I never really wanted to grow up. Intentionally, no. Intentionally. And I mean, obviously you gotta do some adulting. If you keep living, you gotta do some adulting. But my philosophy is just you do you, really. You do you, and you do you. Watch out for yourself. You know, there's a lot of things that people do in this society that get them jammed up, and that's, I guess that's what makes the world go around. But over here, we don't want to get jammed up, so we gotta step away, go away from the norm. It'll keep you in one piece and not get jammed up in this society. as much as you can. And we're going to go a little bit into that today with how dating is linked to prostitution. But yeah, we're going to my goal for these podcasts is to at least do an hour at least and try. So that's why, you know, I'm trying to do the art of the long stroke to make sure we can keep it an hour. And reason being is I prefer a long form content, long form podcasts, and that's my goal, right? To Since I like long form podcasts, well, then I want to create long form podcasts. I don't know, y'all might hear a train, and I forgot to start. I forgot to start the audio of this. Anyway, we're going to we're going to see what happens here with this audio. All right, so the audio only podcast will be cut off a little bit. Probably how long we've been going? Yeah, we've been going about 15 minutes already. But yeah, and podcasting is cool. There's a lot to know, and I've done podcasts before. I've done video and audio podcasts, and I'm still learning. And there's stuff you gotta remember. And one of the things I did not remember is to cut on the audio. I had the audio, but I wasn't recording the audio only podcast. Hold up one second. And all right. All right, so we're back. All right. How dating is linked to prostitution. Let's get into it. Let's see if I can share my screen. Here we go. Yep, it's gonna be this one. All right. Nope. Like I said, there's a lot to know. So bear with me in this first episode of the You Do You podcast. We're gonna get it together. All right, I got to go into the systems here. Okay. Nope, that's not it. Yeah, I'd like to know in the comments how many of you, if you do see this, how many of you do podcasting? And let me see. I'm gonna go into okay, yep. Let's see. I have not found what I'm looking for yet. On a side note, I got this song that I found. Like, I should have known about it, and maybe I did know about it a long time ago, and I just forgot. But I found this mashup. It's Outkast and Eminem, Chonky Fire, and the Chonky Fire, that was a song on the Outkast Aquemini album, and I had that album. Like, I had it on CD back when CDs were a thing, but I didn't remember that song being on there. But that song is amazing. And then you add is mashed up with Eminem song when it when it was mashed up, and I'll find the person that mashed it up if you don't know about it. But if you just want to hear the original song, it's on the Outkast Aquemini album. So still don't know where my screen sharing is. And it seems like I'll have no trouble getting this to be an hour. Because we are struggle streaming, as they say, today. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. But yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, give me a moment. Yeah, I cannot find where this is to share. It's not there. Maybe this is it. No, that's not it. Oh, can't do anything if I don't unlock. I think I found it, but we're gonna have to quit and reopen. All right. Okay. I'm gonna keep this going. In order for me to share my screen, I'm gonna have to quit and reopen, but I'm not gonna do that. So, but it should be fixed for next time. I'm just gonna go in. Oh yeah, and the links will be in the description, so you can go through if you want to see. Because I don't want to stop the stream if I can help it. So here we go. Why dating is linked to prostitution. Mm, 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 All right. All right. So this is an article. This is by Ariana E. It's a medium.com article. All right, she's gonna give some of her insight, and I'm gonna chime in on some of it. So it says, oh, hold up. I'm going to sign in to Medium. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to sign in to Medium because I'm using a different part of the browser. All right. Ariana E. Dating these days is just glorified prostitution. And the subtitle is Modern Dating Has Become Transactional and It's Ridiculous. I agree there. So she says, I recently came across a podcast where a man asked a group of women what he should do to get laid on the first date. He doesn't want to waste his precious time giving a woman attention indefinitely or spend his money on her when she won't even put out at the end of the evening. Now, and that's I agree with that. I mean, he could be doing other stuff and he could be putting his money elsewhere. That's gonna actually help him if she's not gonna give him what he wants, like before the end of the night. Before the end of the night. And he says, this got me thinking, is dating today just glorified prostitution? Back in the day, she says, the purpose of dating was to find a spouse. I think we're going to debunk that in a little while, but let's keep reading. Seriously, dating was meant to find someone to marry, build a family with, and love for the rest of your life. That seems like a tall order. Love someone that you met kind of randomly for the rest of your life. All right. But let's keep reading. It was never about convenient sex without consequences, a free 5-star meal, or getting a validation from the opposite gender. Okay, okay, we can go with that. All right, but these days, young people seem to only date for the wrong reasons. Oh, maybe all reasons are the wrong ones. But we'll keep going. You can see, you can see where I sit on this. All right, but we'll keep going. Ladies are dating for the sake of getting cash and prizes in exchange for their company and sexual favors. Their assets, their or what some might call the peace leave, the poom poom. All right, men are dating for the sake of getting laid in exchange for their time, attention, and financial support. And Coach Greg Adams, he calls it your meat. Men's meat, meaning money, energy, attention, and time. Mm, mm, All right, so here's what here's what it comes down to: money for sex. All right, hold on. Let me turn this air conditioning on. Maybe I should have gotten more comfortable, but it's hot. It's toward the getting later in the evening, and it's what is it? It's almost 5 Central. So even though it's still cool, relatively, it's gotten warmer. But yeah, let's keep going. For too many young people, dating isn't about finding love or finding a life partner anymore. It's about entertainment, validation, or use, and nobody is really happy about it. No, they're not. Agreed. Oh, excuse me. At best, they just pretend to be. This transactional form of dating leads both men and women to feel both entitled and massively disappointed. True, true, true. Women often feel entitled to a man's time, attention, and money. See, she even goes in. She says she didn't put the energy part, but that's what it is. It's a man's meat: money, energy, attention, time. If a guy doesn't pay for expensive dinners or treat her to lavish vacations, he's not high quality man enough for her, or as they say, high value. But we'll see. We'll see that, high value and high earning are two different things. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. We'll probably get into it here and also in later videos. Stay tuned. It's gonna be great. All right. And then it says, wait, hold on. If he doesn't pursue her, give her attention, or text her, or call often enough for her liking, he isn't putting in the effort. And really he shouldn't. Because if he's doing all this, like, what is the lady doing? You can't you think you can just exist? And you're going to have a rude awakening after a while. All right, then it says, men, on the other hand, often feel entitled to sex. I'm trying to see if I have never felt entitled to it. It'd be nice to have, but Be nice to have, but it's not an entitlement. If a girl doesn't put out after a nice evening or makes a guy wait longer than a few dates, she isn't worth the trouble. She's just looking for a free meal or validation, and it isn't worth the time or the effort. No wonder men and women are so angry at each other. All right. Women are tired of being valued mainly for their bodies, and men are tired of being valued mainly for their wallets. All right. And it says, so what are we supposed to do about it? It is possible to date in a healthy way, free from the social implications that men should provide financially and women should provide sexually. Here are some recommendations for how to do this. Ladies, if you don't want men to only value you for your body, stop advertising your sexual market value as the best thing about you. Yeah, there's got to be like what else? What else do you got? You know? Hold on here. Got a little situation. Hold on. Anyway, says too many women put all their effort into their appearance, how they dress, on cosmetic procedures, makeup and hair, and no effort into bettering themselves as people. And yeah, it should definitely do more than than the outward appearance. Uh, like maybe you should focus less on the outward appearance and definitely work on yourselves as you know do I'd say just learn some other stuff. Learn how to be better conversationalists. Do a little reading, maybe on some esoteric type of things. Just be more interesting than something to look at. And yeah, I actually spend less on makeup. If I were, the opposite gender. All right, it says all women want to appear beautiful, sexy, and captivating, but many don't know what they have to offer below the surface. And those who do feel like they have a lot to offer usually offer things that men don't care about. So it's true. Men typically don't care about your personality or interest if you don't meet their physical preference. But men also don't stick around with a woman if all she has to offer is her looks. You got to do more. Yep, still got a little situation here. Anyway, ladies. Okay, she says, ladies, focus on building yourself in ways other than your physical appearance. Focus on building a life that you love. Are you creating meaningful relationships with others? Are you working on developing any skills or talents? Are you striving to be the best version of yourself that you can be? Are you happy with who you are as a person? Do you even know who you are? With or without a man, every woman should be happy with herself and her life. These are the kinds of questions young women should spend their time contemplating rather than placing all the emphasis on their looks. If your good looks are the only thing that attracts men, there will be other good looking and better looking women out there. But if he is attracted to your mind, soul, and way of being, he won't be going anywhere. So that that's I think that's typically true. You'll be able to keep them if if you can do other things that attract them other than your looks. Okay, so it's gonna talk about the men now. Men, you aren't entitled to women's bodies, no matter the effort you put in or what you pay for. I mean, that's mostly true, unless unless that's what you're paying for. That's what she's offering. You offer this, you pay for it, and that's that. And it says quality women will not exchange their bodies for any amount of money or attention. Women want a man who is interested in getting to know her as a person and not just her body. Women can tell the difference between genuine interest and less honorable intentions. So trying to buy your way into a girl's bed is never a good look. It says don't waste a woman's time or energy if she's genuinely looking for a relationship and you're just looking for some action. If you're in a healthy relationship dynamic and both partners feel appreciated and safe, everything else will follow. Additionally, if you want women to value you as more than a wallet, you also need to build a life you love. Are you disciplined? Do you care about, or do you take care of your health? Do you care about your health? Do you treat people with respect? Are you a man of good character? Do you stand for something meaningful? Are you competent and capable of getting things done? Are you confident in yourself and in your life? These are all the qualities that women look for outside of whether or not look for on the outside. Look for outside of whether or not a man can provide financially. You aren't just a wallet and any more than women are just a body. Start acting like it. And it says final thoughts dating these days looks a lot like glorified prostitution, but it doesn't have to. And she's gonna pretty much repeat what she just said. Women aren't just a body anymore than men are just a wallet. Let's start treating people like human beings. Okay, so that is that article by Ariana E. Medium.com. The links will be in the description. Let's see. Looking at our time. I may have to cut this short. I do have a situation. Let me see here. So, might have to make a part 2 to this. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna make part 2, and didn't quite make it an hour, but next one should be about an hour. Still long form, and I appreciate you all watching. We're gonna get better. That's what we do every day. Seek to get better, 1% or however much you can. All right, we're gonna head out, but stay tuned for part 2. And we'll be back. This is the You Do You podcast. And we out.